Welcome to the Management Science window. This is the Business Communication Series Tutorial 1. In this, we will first discuss informative speaking. This type of speech uses descriptions, demonstrations, vivid detail, and definitions to explain a subject, a person, or place the audience wants to understand. An informative speech makes a complex topic easy to understand or offers a different point of view. Unlike persuasive speeches, an informative speech relies less on pathos, that is, on emotions, and more on communicating information. An informative speech is one that intends to educate the audience on a particular topic. There are many different types of informative speeches, including speeches that describe the conditions of a subject and speeches that instruct the audience on how to perform an action. The main goal of an informative speech is to provide enlightenment regarding a specific topic the audience knows nothing about. It may demonstrate how to use a new type of software, explain a new concept in the field of science, describe an expedition and archaeological outlook, or provide details about a person of interest that the audience wants to learn more about. The topics covered in an informative speech should help the audience to understand a subject better and to remember what they learned late. The goal of this type of speech isn't to sway the audience or to keep the audience away from a speaker's point of view. Instead, the details need to be laid before the audience so that they can make an educated decision or learn about a subject they are interested in. It is important for the speaker to think about how this information will be presented. An informative speech should rely less on appeal to the emotions of the audience. Instead, an informative speech might rely on visual aids, for example, in order to give the audience a visual representation of important information contained in the speech. Providing the information in multiple forms during the speech increases the likelihood that the audience will retain the information included in the speech. Types of informative speeches. There are 4 types. A descriptive speech helps the speaker create an accurate mental picture in the mind of the audience regarding a specific person, place, or thing. A demonstrative speech describes how to perform an action. An explanatory speech explains the state of a topic, and a definition speech explains a concept or theory regarding a topic. Subjects of an informative speech. When choosing a subject of an informative speech, consider whether you want to describe, explain, demonstrate, or educate the audience about the topic. The subject of an informative speech should be one that can be communicated clearly to an audience. When choosing a subject for an informative speech, consider what is the essential information that an audience should know about that subject. There are many different subjects that can be used in informative speeches. College lectures about an event in history or a historical figure would be considered informative speeches. Other examples of subjects of an informative speech include an actor or actress, the field of advertising, a classic film, the history of Dracula, social networking websites and what causes volcanoes. An informative speech about a particular actor or actress would likely focus on providing a description of who the person is and what movies or plays they have been in. Incorporating famous pictures or clips from works is a way of increasing the audience's retention of the information about the particular person. An informative speech about the causes of a volcano could be considered a how it happens speech, which could be similar to a how to speech. A speech about volcanoes might include a model volcano describing how the model's functioning is similar to processes in the real world. More technical subjects, such as the field of advertising, require more technical information and specific data relevant to the industry. Technical subjects, especially, but really all informative speeches benefit from the use of visualizations such as bar graphs or images. The choice of visual aids depends on what information the speaker wants to inform the audience of. Methods of informing. First is informing through definition. It entails defining concepts clearly and concisely and is an important skill for informative speaking. There are several ways a speaker can inform through definition. Synonyms and antonyms, use of function, example, and etymology. Etymology is the background of a word. Defining a concept using a synonym or an antonym is a short and effective way to convey meaning. Synonyms are words that have the same or similar meanings, and antonyms are words that have opposite meanings. Information through description, it entails creating verbal pictures for your audience. Description is also an important part of informative speeches that use a spatial organizational pattern, that is, a pattern which is related to space, since you need to convey the layout of a space or concept. Good descriptions are based on good observations, as they convey what is taken in through the senses and answer these types of questions. Information through demonstration. When informing through demonstration, a speaker gives verbal directions about how to do something while also physically demonstrating the steps. Early morning infomercials, that is, commercials which are shown on the early morning shows, are good examples of demonstrative speaking, even though they are also trying to persuade us to buy their miracle product. Information through explanation, again, through explanation entails sharing how something works, how something came to be, or why something happened. This method of informing may be useful when a topic is too complex or abstract to demonstrate. Information through explanation also means when it implies when presenting a complex information, make sure to break the topic into manageable units, avoid information overload, and include examples that make the content relevant to the audience. Informing through explanation works well with speeches about processes, events, and issues. For example, a speaker could explain the context surrounding the political debates or the process that takes place during elections.